Bonjour everyone, we just finished week 10 of The Artist Way and this is my recap. I know I say that every single week, but this week's recap is gonna be shorter than usual for two reasons, and I'll try not to be frustrated. First reason, I just spent 40 minutes recording my recap and my mic wasn't plugged in, so there's no audio. But this will be great because now I know kind of the topics I want to talk about. Not really, I don't really remember what I was yapping about, but I still want to document it, so we're doing it again. Second reason is I feel like this week's exercises were more angled towards actions than reflection in the way that they have been in the past few weeks. This week was called Recovering a Sense of Self-Protection. In practice, to me, it was a lot about identifying the self-destructive or toxic traits and habits that you have in your own life that are preventing you from reaching your goals or becoming the version of yourself that you want to be. And that is in and of itself very reflective. But because this is week 10 and we've been talking about these things for 10 weeks, I mean, I've been doing this for probably 6 months by now, I feel like I've already spent so much time identifying the things that are obstacles in my life and in my creative journey. So I got to step right into action mode, which was very nice and very freeing in a way. This chapter could have been very spooky if it was coming earlier. Like if it was coming week 2 and I had to face all the things that I know are not good for me and that I still allow myself to do or to indulge in because of short-term satisfaction, that could have been hard. But it's like going over the same things over again and being like, okay, now I know, like now I understand why this is an obstacle for me. As usual, very crude. There are 7 deadlies is what she calls them, which are basically areas of your life that tend to become self-destructive or like are prone to honing toxic behaviors in people because of that short-term satisfaction thing. Those 7s are alcohol, drugs, sex, work, money, food, and family and friends, which I grouped as like relationships because I also wanted to look at romantic relationships as a part of that. And it's basically for these 7 things, identifying the ways in which that particular topic can be toxic for you or can just have a negative impact on your life. For example, for alcohol, being hungover the day after and not being able to be productive or go to the gym or be clear-minded. For sex, it's like, is hookup culture taking you away from what you know you want your intimate relationships to look like? For money, it can be, are you stingy with yourself and not allowing yourself to spend on things that you know are good for you or like would help you feel better or progress, etc. So really just looking at yourself in the mirror and being like, you know you're doing these things that are not good for you and you're allowing yourself to do them because they feel good, but you also know that in the long term they don't align with who you want to be. So let's cut them out. And that's what I mean by it was a very action focused week. And I say cut them out, I don't think it's in the drastic cut them out way. It's not okay, I'm going sober cold turkey. Because any big drastic change like that, especially across all these 7 things, is so easy to give up on once you realize that the goals are not as realistic as you thought they were gonna be, and you have a slip up here and there, and then you tell yourself, all right, fuck it, I'm not doing this. So this week was more about setting little rules for yourself that are gonna help you progress in the right direction. She called them bottom lines. And it also goes into the idea that progress is self-feeding and self-motivating. Once you start making progress in an area of your life, even if it's super small, if you notice that you've achieved that small goal, it's so easy and so motivating to add on to that goal and to go a little bit further in your growth. And then you already have the mindset that you did it. You were able to do the hardest part and get it started. So what is adding another layer to that? And it's that kind of like virtuous circle. Virtuous circle? Is that a very French turn of phrase? The opposite of vicious circle, virtuous circle. Yeah, that makes sense. And sure enough, first day, I set 7 rules for myself that weren't super drastic, but were making changes in my lifestyle. And I stuck to them the entire week. I did all of them, and I'm confident that I can keep going, and I'm going to, because I have these kind of safeguards and rules for myself that make me feel like I'm not off the rails. Like I'm just like, I'm guarded. We good. Honestly, I don't really feel like going through the reading and my exercises, so we're just gonna catch up. What has happened this week? I was able to sign up for classes for acting school. I'm really excited. I'm starting acting school on September 29th in Los Angeles. And the program that I'm doing is not just acting class. It's like a full 1-year conservatory program with classes about everything acting related. And I'm so excited about the classes that I picked. There's a lot of method acting. I think it's 8 hours a week. And then there's a second acting class that's kind of different from method acting. I chose acting for TV and film. The other options were improv and there was another one, but I picked acting for TV and film. There's a history class. I picked history of TV, which is going to be really cool. We're going to look at some iconic like older TV shows and dissect them and like understand them better. And I don't think I've watched any of the shows that are on the syllabus, so I'm even more excited because I get to discover new shows and like go deeper on them. Then there's a voice and a movement class that are both helping you understand how to act with just your voice or how to act with just your body and movements. And then there are 2 electives, and I picked commercials for the first one, acting for commercials. Or a lot of actors in LA rely on that for their income because it just pays well. And then the second elective I picked, and I'm kind of nervous about, is singing. I don't really post about it on social media, but I sing a lot, and all my friends and my people in my life know that I sing a lot. I sing in the shower, I sing when I'm cooking, I sing when I'm home alone or when I'm with my friends, I sing when I'm walking down the street. Like, I sing all the time. And I don't think I have the worst voice, but I also don't think, like, my voice is nothing special. I'm not gonna be a pop star, but I would like to be more technical and just sound better or feel more in control with my voice. So I'm excited to take that. I took singing classes when I was in middle school and high school. I think I'm a little bit nervous because this is a school of performers and entertainers, and I know that some people's voices are going to be incredible and they might feel like their voices are incredible, so I'm nervous to be around that energy. It'll be fine. It's all part of stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things that I've been excited to do and that I've not allowed myself to do. It was kind of hard. Like, you know, when you're signing up for college and you have to make your own schedule and everything is conflicting and there's prerequisites for certain classes and things are not working out. It was hard to make a schedule that worked and that was like taking care of all my requirements. Thank God for ChatGPT. I literally uploaded the syllabus, like the list of all the classes and sessions that they had available, and I told Chat all the requirements, like all the classes that I had to take, and then I told her my preferences. I told her my preferences. I don't have classes on Fridays, which I'm so excited about because I haven't been in school for 7 years and I haven't been working corporate in 4 years. I basically wake up whenever I want to now. So being able to not go to school on Fridays is going to be really nice. And I don't start any earlier than 9:30 a.m. I'm so sleepy lately. I don't know why. It's 11 a.m. I should not be that tired, and I slept well. I felt rested when I woke up. I don't know why I've been getting sleepy lately. Maybe it's the weather. It's been pretty gloomy. Anyways, I don't start class until 9:30 a.m., which is going to be really nice because I want to go to the gym before school. I will go to the gym before school, so it's nice that it's at 9:30 a.m. So I'm really happy with my schedule. It's going to be amazing. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. I haven't had any big doubts around starting school anymore, just because I haven't really thought about it that much. Like, now it's in action and I just have to show up and be present and give it my all, and it's 1 year of my life. I better give it my all, and I will. What else? Oh, this happened. I have 1, 2, 3 new tattoos, which takes my total number of tattoos to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have honey tatted inside my lip for Kehlani's Honey song. I had really small tattoos, and I knew that in order for my arm or my body to feel balanced, I would need to get bigger pieces, but I was just so nervous about them. And I'm really excited about the design. I love them. They look so good. And the artist who did them, his name is Hunter. I've been following his work on Instagram for years, like 3 or 4 years. And I've been so obsessed with his work. They're super detailed and fine line and still minimal shading. They look incredible. So I'm really happy that I got to go to him. He was also so nice. We got to chat for, I was there for 5 or 6 hours because we did all 3 that day. But he was so nice. We have so much in common. It was such a fun and like easy conversation. You know, when you meet someone and it's super easy, like that's always such a good feeling. Like, I feel like you leave those hangouts feeling so good. And his studio is great and it's an amazing space, but it's not the vibe that he wants. And he said that he loves the way my apartment is decorated, and so we agreed that I would help him redecorate his tattoo studio to fit more of the vibe that he wants. So we've been going at it for the past 3 days. I got these 3 days ago, and it's going so fast, and I'm so excited. He's already painted the walls the color that I picked for him. Let me show you. Actually, I started by drawing a floor plan of what his studio looked like just from like seeing it the other day. And then after that, I made some quick sketches of what the room will look like once we decorate it, just to show him kind of the vibe I'm going for, and also to start thinking about sourcing furniture. This is the same room. This is the same tattoo studio, just two different point of view. This is a wall of floor to ceiling windows, and this is the door that you see, like the entryway. I already picked out some curtains for him, and I already started sourcing some of the furniture that I want to have in the room while keeping some of the pieces that he already has, because why change everything if some of them work with the style already really well. The style that he's going for is like a mid-century modern organic look, so very close to my apartment design, but more of a spa feel. So the color that we picked for the walls is like a very light brown beige tone, just to like warm things up, and then we'll have a lot of woods and fabric. It's gonna look so good. I'm so excited. I also feel like it's weird, but like on top of acting, one of the things that I talked about the most when I was journaling with the Artist Way has been interior design, but this is exactly the kind of project that I've been dreaming of, and it just fell into my lap. And like, he's been so excited to hear my opinion and like see what changes we're making, and it's been so fun. And I think I want to make more content about it, maybe on TikTok, but it's been happening so quick that I honestly haven't had time to strategize on it and like figure out what videos to make and capture any content, because like we're making moves. I found a lot of furniture online, but I also want to leave some room for thrifting and finding furniture on Facebook Marketplace, because that's worked amazing for me in my apartment. Because if these pieces that are amazing quality wood have been holding up for years and decades and are going to be holding up for years and decades, why are we buying new pieces? And I feel like that brings so much character. So I'm really excited about this project, and I'm really excited about my tattoos, and I want to get more already. The day before my tattoo appointment, I was like, am I making a mistake? I'm starting acting school and I'm gonna cover my arm in tattoos. But then I looked things up, and it's pretty easy now to cover tattoos up. And if anything, it'll reduce maybe the amount of roles that I can get. But I'm also not going into this with the expectation that I'm going to need to snatch any role that's coming my way. It'll be fine. And I feel very happy about them, and I love them. So that's great. What else has been happening? My best friend is going through a breakup, which is not fun at all. It's really painful to see her hurt this much. I've gone through pretty bad breakups in the past, and my friends have been so supportive every time, and so I want to be there for her. I think because I've gone through it myself, I also know, or I have a better idea of what is and isn't helpful. I feel like a lot of people, when someone's going through a breakup, try really hard to help that person see the silver lining in the breakup by like either opening their eyes on that person that they just lost, or telling them about how great the breakup is for XYZ reason. And I just know that these things are not gonna work, because you have to come to these realizations yourself. And it's not fun to hear people talk about, because you're in pain. No matter what happened with the breakup, you're still grieving someone, and your brain is gonna attach to all the good memories and the things you loved about that person. It's not fun to hear your friends or your family talk shit about someone who you unfortunately still love at that point. But I do know that providing support is the only thing you can do. I spent the evening with her yesterday, and I brought her a bunch of PR that I had laying around that I wanted to give her. But I brought it all in a bag to do like a little shopping spree at her house. And we made brownies, and we watched a movie, and we talked a lot. And I hope she feels lighter. It's hard to like see your best friend go through it and like be in so much pain. And I wish I could take it away from her. But time will heal. And she's such a strong, intelligent person. I know that she has the right mindset and she'll take care of herself. But yeah, it's just not fun. Like, breakups are hard. Other note, same topic. I have a history of not being a pushover in relationships, but like letting men push my boundaries further than what I had set them as. How can I explain this? Let's say I start seeing someone and that person wants to move things further along or faster than I do. If that person is pushy enough with their actions or their words, I have a history of letting them and just kind of going with the flow and slowly slipping over my boundaries. And that's something that I've been working on a lot in the past 2 years that I've been single, trying to stand my ground and set my boundaries and not let someone else's actions push those over. But it is hard. It's hard to, especially when you don't want to hurt someone, it's hard to be brutally honest when you know that that honesty might make you lose that person. But it's also what's best. Because if you're not fully honest and transparent with someone, you're in a way acting, you're in a way hiding, and that can only end in pain for both of you guys. So I worked really hard on this, and I had an instance this week where it came to life, and I had to sit someone down and tell them very honestly and transparently how I was feeling about where we were at and what I wanted and didn't want. And I'm proud of myself for being able to do that, even though it sounds silly now that I say it out loud. Yeah, I'm proud that I was able to do it. I also feel a little bit like I have gotten very detached from my emotions over the past couple years, and I have a very strong ability to be present with someone and love the time that I have with them and love them as an individual while still feeling very detached from them. And I think that's something that I was craving a lot a few years ago when I was going through hard breakups. Like, I wish I had the ability to love someone and let them go and like not feel that excruciating pain. And I think I've reached that. And for some reason now I have those thoughts of like, have I gone too far? Am I heartless? Have I lost the ability to feel deeply for someone? Which I don't think is the case. I think I'm more selective with my emotions. And I think I just have gotten more grounded to the point where I'm able to see that if I love someone very dearly, but our lifestyle or expectations or what we want in life are not aligning, it's not worth trying. Like, it's not worth forcing it. So no, it's a good thing. And what else? My mom is coming. My mom is coming to town, and I am so excited. My parents have never visited me since I moved to LA 5 years ago in 2020. It's gonna be 5 years in November. Friends from Paris have never visited me either. It's so weird and difficult living so far away from home. Everyone is in Paris, and them not being able to see or understand what your day-to-day life looks like. I love my family. We're very close, and I talk to them and catch them up all the time, and I visit them 2 or 3 times a year, but it's never the same. They'll never, like when I talk about people or places or things I'm doing, they never understand it fully because they've never experienced it themselves. And so I'm so excited for my mom to come here. There's so many things I want to do with her. And I think there are 2 main goals for me for her trip here. The first one is I want to bridge that gap. I want her to experience life here the way I experience it. She's gonna be here for, I actually don't know what her return flight is. I'm assuming she's gonna be here for like a week or 2, maybe 2 weeks, because the flight is 13 hours, so let's make it worth it. So she's gonna be here for a while, and I want to take her to my favorite places that I go to, my favorite food spots, maybe my favorite places to go out. She's not much of a going out person, but maybe just like stepping out so that she can see. I want her to meet all my best friends. I want her to feel immersed into my life and to feel like she can get to know me better on that other level, because my mom and I were best friends up until I was in high school. Oh, she's still my best friend. That sounds mean. But as I was saying, she's so far away and she doesn't know so much of my life, not because she's chose not to, but because she just hasn't gotten the opportunity to. And it's hard. And I feel like this is going to be the perfect opportunity to bridge that gap and like introduce her to my world. And I'm so excited for her to be here. She's gonna love it. She loves LA. LA was her dream. Like, Venice Beach is her dream. So it's gonna be amazing. And the second purpose for that trip is I want her to go home and feel so rejuvenated and happy and rested. And it kind of goes against what I was saying. Like, I want to take her everywhere, but I'm not gonna make her do anything crazy. I want her to go home feeling so good and happy. My family has gone through a lot in the past 3-4 years, and my mom hasn't really gotten to take care of herself and do things for her body, her mind, her spirit that really help her heal from those difficult times. And now that she's stepping away from our household, which is where she's the nurturer and she's taking care of everybody, I kind of want to flip the script and allow her to just cruise and be taken care of. And I want to take her to Breathwork, spend a lot of time outdoors and in the sun. It's been super gloomy in Paris, so I know she'll enjoy the LA sun. Maybe yoga if she feels up for it physically. And just like nurture her and make her feel good and happy. And yeah, it's gonna be, I already feel that it's gonna be a very healing time for both of us. The timing is also amazing because she's gonna be here 2 weeks and then I start school that following Monday. So it's like the perfect way for me to kick off my school year and like feel good. I'm a little bit nervous just because we're gonna be staying in my apartment, which is a 1-bedroom apartment. It's kind of tight for 2 people, but we'll make do, we'll make it work. And yeah, I just want to take care of her and I'm excited. The last time my parents visited me was in 2019. I had graduated from Berkeley. I graduated from Berkeley in 2018, and then I moved to New York City. But in May of 2019, I went back to school to walk for my graduation ceremony, and my family flew with me. We were there, and they saw my school, and it was great. And then we all flew back to New York for them to kind of see my life, and it was really good. They were there for 2 weeks. They stayed with me and my partner at the time. They saw my work neighborhood and my neighborhood, and we did a bunch of things together. I don't think they met any of my friends because I didn't have friends at the time. I had just moved to New York, so I don't think I really had friends. But this is gonna be like this on steroids because now I've been here for 5 years. I have my habits, my favorite things to do, my favorite places, my favorite people. I feel so confident and comfortable in my habits, and I know that she's gonna align to so many of them. I just feel like it's gonna be the most amazing time. It is emotional because I've been wanting her to visit for so long and things just have not aligned. And it's also hard being the child who's okay and independent and like doesn't need support. And like I have nothing to complain about. My parents have supported me when I was in college and they did everything for me, and I'm very grateful for it. But there are moments where you need your parents, and when you've made sure that people around you knew that you were okay alone, it becomes difficult to seek that support. And when they're being pulled in other directions because other people or siblings or family need their support more, I'm rambling. I'm just very happy and grateful that she's coming to see me, and it's gonna be the most amazing time. And that's it for this week's recap because we're good, we're feeling good, we're making progress. I'm very grateful for the adjustments that I've made in my life, and we're gonna keep it going. I cannot believe there's 2 weeks left. Next week, week 11, is called Recovering a Sense of Autonomy, and I have no idea what that means, but we'll take care of that tomorrow. All right, see you.